Are you tired of dying to the hardest boss in the game again and again? This build can tank Uber Lilith's waves and also the multiple projectiles in her phase 2. You can kill Uber Lilith with ease, even with the Imperfect Gears. Let's take a look at the breakdown of this build. We use Aspect of Mending on the helmet. You don't really need a lot of cooldown for this build, so you can change that to maximum life, getting total armor, barrier generation, and also basic skill attack speed. For chest, we're using Aspect of Disobedience to get a lot of actual armor, focusing on getting barrier generation and plus ranks for Earthen Bulwark. For that fire resistance, this is not perfect at all, so you can change that to maximum life. On the gloves, we're using Crash Stone Aspect, getting critical strike chance, lucky hit chance, and attack speed. We don't need plus ranks for landslide. Ideally, we should get critical damage of your Earth skill. On the pants, focusing on getting damage reduction while injured, try to maximize that number on the stat, and also get damage reduction, total armor. Damage reduction from enemies that are bleeding is not necessary, so this is simply a pants that I stripped from my barbarian character, so it's not perfect. You should get damage reduction while fortified on this one. For the boots, get movement speed and also damage reduction while injured. And we use ballistic aspect to get plus rank on the Earthen Bulwark skill, and also get willpower and ideally plus numbers to all stats. For our two-handed weapon, we're using Great Staff of the Crown, so this will get your cooldown reset very fast. On the amulet, we're getting a lot of damage reduction from the close enemies while fortified, and also very critically damage reduction while injured, and also try to maximize this number. Plus rank to no mercy passive is only for my barbarian character, so as you can see, the gear is not perfect. Ideally, you should get plus rank for Emblem passives. This will give you a lot of actual critical strike damage. Of course, we use symbiotic aspect here to reduce the cooldown. That helps a lot for this build, and we use Barber Hearts as the hearts on this amulet. For the first run, we're getting vulnerable damage, critical strike chance, and also barrier generation. We use Edge Master aspect. Actually, you can use conceited aspect as well, whichever gives you the highest roll for the damage increase. For the hearts, we're using this one to get more critical strike damage and reduce non-critical strike damage. That is totally fine. On the second run, we're looking for pretty much the same stats as the first one. Vulnerable damage, critical strike chance, and also barrier generation. We use natural balance aspect on this one, and also use the brutal hearts to suppress the incoming damage, which is very helpful on your defense. Let's quickly go over the stat of this build so you can see what I'm getting on different stats. And very importantly, this damage reduction while injured should be very close to around 80% to get you very tanky. For skills, use Storm Strike, Enhanced Storm Strike, and also Fierce Storm Strike to get more vulnerable from your enemies. Definitely use Claw as the basic skill to attack really fast, and also sometimes get a chance to attack twice. This will help you reset your cooldown very fast. We're using Shred. The only reason we're using this is that we can get some life back. Even while we're at low life, this can help in different situations to keep you alive. This one is optional, and this can perform a dash to track your targets. Definitely maximize Earthen Bulwark so you can get more barrier. And then enhanced Earthen Bulwark, and this is the main damage output for innate Earthen Bulwark. Get 1 point in secondal armor, enhanced secondal armor, and this one to get more damage reduction. 1 point into ancestral fortitude, and then 3 points into vigilance to get more damage reduction. And also don't forget 3 points here to increase your critical strike chance for close enemy. And then we move on to Ross skills. 1 point into Hurricane, Enhanced Hurricane and then Savage Hurricane to have more damage reduction, actually make the enemy deal less damage. Very good on the defense. 3 point into Crushing Earth, give you increased damage for slowed down, immobilized or knocked back enemies. And then Stone Guard to get more fortify. 1 point into Neurotoxin to be able to get 3 point into Envenom to get a lot of actual critical strike damage. And also 1 point in Toxic Claw to make the enemies poison from time to time. And then I like Petrify and also increase the duration of the Petrify here. 3 point into Defiance to get more damage. 3 point in Natural Disaster to get more damage output to vulnerable enemies, and also 3 point into Resonance. All of these points are increasing your skill, which is very good. 3 point into Quick Shift to have you deal increased damage where you are shifting your form, and also Heightened Senses to get more damage reduction. The last one for our key passive, definitely use Nature's Fury to alternate the skills and get cooldown reset. For Spirit Bones, we are getting this one to take less damage from elites. Iron Feather to gain 14% maximum life, this is a very good one. And also this one to get more attack speed. That will reset your cooldown much faster, and also get 45 of your 15% of maximum life when you use defensive skill for your defense. Definitely get calm before the storm to reset your cooldown. You can read the full detail of the Paragon board from the planner website linked in the description. Unlike the previous Paragon board focusing on a lot of the damage output, here we focus more on defense. So getting a lot of armor nodes, maximum life, more armor, a lot of armor, and here getting armor and also more armor and the maximum life, definitely getting even more armor from all of the boards. And definitely you also have a lot of damage output. For example, this damage to close enemies, a lot of critical strike damage. This is getting more armor, and this one is getting more critical strike damage for your earth skills, and definitely damage reduction as well, and also vulnerable damage. If you want to see more content like this, please smash the like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell to never miss a video. See you in the next one.
I'm not ready yet. I must wait a moment.